Okay, it's extremely rainy outside and I'm going to go to the Climate Reality Project's leadership training weekend. So let's go! It's day 2. I totally forgot to do an update when I got home because that was the first time that I'd been in a room full of a ton of people and also learning about things and sitting down and just listening to stuff for hours on end. So, yes indeed, I saw Al Gore yesterday. He's gonna be back again today. He has a whole presentation apparently. I can't film when I'm inside when we're getting the presentations, but I think we have more breaks today, hopefully, because it's literally all day. So anyways, yeah, day 2, and let's go. Y'all, we are out here. Anyways, I just met someone that watches the channel in real life. The first person I've ever met in real life that has come up to me and said, "Hi, Grace, I watch your channel." I literally was so happy. I was like, this is not happening. This can't be real. So Emma, if you're watching, I'm so happy. Like, thank you so much for coming up to me. That literally made my whole day. Like, genuinely, I'm so happy to be here, and all of these experiences have been so amazing to learn about, but like, it's a lot of information and a lot of it is really depressing, and like, it's all just kind of based on like the climate crisis, you know? There's a lot of people and I don't know any of them except for that one lovely person that watches my channel. So yeah, I've just been very overwhelmed. Like, genuinely, I was like, should I leave early today? Should I go home early? I don't know. I still might. I'm not sure. I'm just feeling extremely overstimulated. But it's been a really cool experience. And the fact that someone came up to me today and recognized me from YouTube, cannot believe it. She was like, "Oh yeah, I saw you from your no-buy video." And I was like, so crazy. I'm so happy. Like, that actually made my whole day. Like, that actually made my whole week. So yeah, that was crazy. I just wanted to do a little update with that. But so far it's been a really cool experience. I'll try to talk more about it probably at the end, because I feel like the days are a bit overwhelming and like a lot to take in. So I'll probably just do a big update and talk to you guys about it at the end. But it's been a really cool experience so far. I'm really grateful to be a part of it. Day 3. I don't know why I'm so tired and exhausted, but anyways, gonna go see Al Gore for the last time today. Oh. It's been a really cool experience so far though. So last day today, it's a short day, then I'll do a wrap up at some point of the whole experience. I think I didn't realize that this whole training thing was a bit more of a big deal than I thought it was. I was just like, oh, it's in New York. We always host things in New York, but it's like, no, this is like a legit real thing. And yeah, Al Gore literally gave a 2-hour presentation yesterday. It was kind of wild. He's like a pretty freaking smart person. Anyways, day 3. I need to go before I'm late. Haha. Okay, bye. final thoughts on the whole experience. Basically, it was just a 3-day conference where each day we had a bunch of presentations that we were going to, and we had some experts in the field kind of doing like questions and like little panels and stuff. Al Gore, pretty much like him and his team organized the whole thing. So they have like a lot of, you know, big hitters out there. And on the second day, the longer day, we kind of had like little like choose your own adventure kind of situation where we could go to different things. I ended up going to a couple of different ones that were kind of just like more community based, like learning experiences and, you know, learning from frontline communities about everything. And it was really cool. My favorite part of it was very, very short, but it was when they had someone from Soulfire Farm talk about regenerative agriculture, and that's something that I'm so interested in and something that I hope to do one day on my homestead in New Zealand. But anyways, it was just a weekend full of climate education. I think the whole point was to get people on board with learning about like solutions and what they can do in their communities and ways to take action. It was a lot of like going over existing facts and figures, which a handful of the people in the room, if not most, already knew about. But it was also talking about like new technologies and stuff. I'm pretty certain that Al Gore said in his 2-hour presentation that he gave us, which was very detailed and extremely informative, that we have all of the technology that we need to implement net zero by 2050. I don't know if that's across the world or just in the United States, but it's just a matter of implementation at this point. So that's what we really need to be pushing for. And then I think probably some more infrastructure. But anyways, we just need to keep pressuring our local and federal governments to make this all happen. We have the tools. We don't need to like invent something else. Like we have everything we need to make it possible. We just need to do it. So, closing thoughts of this little short Earth Day video. A majority of the pollution in the world comes from these giant corporations, and the only way that we're going to get them is either by boycotting them, or if that's not possible, which unfortunately in many cases it's not because it's built into the fabric of our society, we have to fight them at the level of the law, I guess. The best things that they said that we can do is to talk to your most local representatives, because it's obviously very intimidating when you have to go all the way up to the top, and you have the most amount of power in your local neighborhood. So talk to your local governments, locally voted in council members, all that stuff, and try to see what they can do in your community, and then see if that will have an effect all the way up. And then the higher that they talk to on the chain, the higher up it can go, and then the better we will all be for it. Another good thing that they said to do is to call your local newsrooms or news outlets. This is something that I had not heard of before. One of the people that was doing one of the panels was a reporter. There was a couple of reporters actually. They were doing a little panel about misinformation and disinformation in the media, about climate change in particular. And they said that if they get negative calls or reports about a certain article or whatever, then they like freak out apparently. So call your local news stations or newspapers or magazines or whatever if you see a climate article that is like maybe a little bit sus, or maybe you're not seeing enough climate articles. Be like, hey, I want you guys to report more on climate, blah, blah, blah. Try to see if you can do that. That's something that I'd never heard of before, but apparently it's really beneficial to kind of get the message out there. And then obviously calling your representatives, like I was saying before, and also visiting their offices if you can, maybe bringing a group of people, trying to be like, hey, all of us care really deeply about this. Can we make something work? Like, these are a group of your constituents. Can we work on climate legislation? Can we make something happen? That's really beneficial. And then also joining a local chapter of the Climate Reality Project. I know this whole video kind of seems like a big promotion / sponsorship thing for them. No, they did not ask me to do this. I did this of my own free will and accord, but it's a good program. It's very bite-sized and actionable things that you can do for the climate. They have lots of lots of resources on their website, and they have Climate Reality Project chapters literally all over the world. So if you wanted to get more involved in your local climate activism scene, then I think a really good way to do that would be joining a local chapter if you have one, or even starting a local chapter if there's not one near you. So I'm gonna put all the information for that in the description below. And other than that, just think about all the little things that you can do to, you know, reduce, reuse, recycle. It's in that order for a reason, and that's why we're doing the no buy year. Reducing is the best way that you can lower your carbon footprint, even though that was a ploy by BP Oil so that they could keep polluting and make us feel bad about it. But you know what I mean. There's always little things that we can do, and just changing a couple of little things in your life are really helpful. Anyways, those are my final thoughts about the whole experience. It was really cool. I highly suggest you go to one if you can apply, if there's one coming to you nearby in your area. It was like a really cool experience. There was a lot of really awesome like-minded people there, the guests and everything. I was like really blown away. There was some celebrities. It was wild. Anyways, really cool experience. Happy Earth Day if you're watching this on the day that I'm publishing. And you know, we just got to keep fighting for the survival of life on this planet, because the funniest thing is, like, everyone's like, oh, we need to save the planet. I'm like, babe, the planet's gonna be fine. It's us that's in trouble. We're the ones that are gonna die if we don't fix this shit and figure it out. So anyways, that's all for this week. I will see you in the next one. And until then, sending all my love, because we are literally all just trying our best out here. All right? Bye.